seen cats hanging out in the streets and in the parks. Now, are they lost, abandoned, or are they feral cats? My next guest accidentally got into the feral cat business, so to speak, and she's sharing her story with us in a new book called They Had Me at Meow, and that's a very catchy title. With me now is the author, Rosie Sorenson. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for
And thank you for
me.
sharing your story. Now, They Had Me at Meow, that's really cute, but that's really what happened. You were taking a walk, you ran into some cats.
Yes.
What happened?
I was out for a walk, as you said, and I noticed this man drive up in his car. He took a couple of bags out of his car and he started walking down the path around this little lake, near my home. And he took his keys out and jangled them in the air and he said, "Hey babies, hey babies." And so all of a sudden, all these cats came running up the hill and out of the scrub, and I'm going, what in the world is going on here? And he told me that he'd been caring for the cats there for about 17 years by that time. And I was so struck by his dedication and his love for these cats and their response to him. I mean, they knew him, he could pick them up and cuddle them. And so since I love cats, I thought, well, I can do that, So the next day, how it starts, I packed up some food and I just started, feeding them. And then I kept doing that, and they got to know me. And
did you just kind of choose a path and start sprinkling out food, and they came all of a sudden?
I got to know where they each have their own little group. There are 3 major groups, and so I got to know where the groups were, and then they got to know me, and then they really have accepted me as, I think, an honorary cat by now, and so I would feed them, and then because I love them, and I would just kind of go into their world and get to know them, and they all had names.
You call yourself a two-legged food dispenser. That's how you started.
Yeah, a two-legged dispenser of food. I figured that's what they were thinking of me. I thought that was funny.
Your definition of feral cats, because most of us were saying that they're wild cats and they're unapproachable. What's your definition? Well,
my definition is any cat that doesn't have a home, like an indoor home. And there are different degrees, with my cats, for example, there are different degrees of wildness. And most of them, by now, are very, very tame. And I've actually been able to find homes for several of them over the past many years. And there are several right now that could be adoptable. So that's kind of my mission, to find indoor homes.
What you've shown through your book is that these feral cats, these wild cats, can be domesticated, if you will, can be taken in. And what's unusual is that, yes, you're feeding them, and I guess over a period of time, they trust you, so that you can't actually touch them, and they allow you to pick them up. Or some just allowing you to pick them up, and if somebody else came along, they wouldn't go near them?
Oh yeah, you have to earn their trust, just like in any relationship. You have to show up and be the sort of person that they get to know over time, that's going to be nice to them and talk to them and listen to their stories.
But you do something that's very important. You take them, once they trust you, and you have them neutered or spayed.
Oh yes, that's a critical component of caring for a feral cat colony. You have to have them fixed, because otherwise they'll reproduce, And the procedure is called trap, neuter, return, and that's been found to be the most successful way to, over time, reduce the number of cats that are
because you're not encouraging the population to explode anymore.
You can't do that, because cats are very good at reproducing, as you probably know. And I started with an organization in Berkeley called Fix Our Ferals. They've been going since 1998, and they provide high-volume spay-neuter clinics once a month. And in the time that they've been in existence, they've fixed over 12,000 cats.
Wow.
So they're a real important part of the community, and they're starting what they call their winter campaign for cats. And so I'm kind of out here trying to, give them a little bit of PR for that, so they can get some volunteers.
So your feral cat population is how many cats right now?
Between 25 and 35, depending on the day. They don't all show up for dinner at the same time.
Okay. And you're out there every single day?
I go every day.
And you're feeding them every single day?
I feed them every single day.
And you have 2 cats that you have taken home?
Yes. The first cat that I adopted from that colony was a big black cat named Turtle Man, and he's featured in several of my stories, and he was the love of our lives. I mean, the sweetest, sweetest cat in the world. A lot of people have, the superstition about black cats, which is actually not true, and I'd like to dispel that. Then he died in February. We adopted 2 other cats from the colony. Now, these were cats that are featured in the back cover of my book.
And I'm going to say, hold on, because people should read the book and find out about it. And what we're going to do is tell people that the book is called They Had Me at Meow. There's a website where you can find out more information about the book and order the book. But also, one of the many organizations, as Rosie mentioned in her book, is called Fix Our Ferals. They're located in Berkeley. So you can call them at 510-433-9446 or fixourferals.org for more information. They're the ones that will help to trap and neuter and return. So we have run out of time, Rosie. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. And of course, all of our details on today's guest will be at our website, ktvu.com/community, and you can look for the Bay Area People page. So until next week, I'll be back with another edition. So come back and join us again. I'm Rosie Chu. See you next week. Bye-bye.